It was the first time that Grace had ever gone hiking alone. She had always wanted to explore the woods, but her friends were always too busy, and she didn't want to go alone. As she made her way along the narrow path, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Every rustle in the bushes made her jump, and every snap of a twig made her heart race. As she ventured deeper into the woods, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. She started to hear whispers on the wind, soft and unintelligible. The hairs on the back of her neck stood up as she tried to make sense of the whispers. Grace thought about turning back, but her curiosity got the better of her. She followed the whispers, moving deeper into the forest. The voices grew louder, and she could hear multiple voices now, all talking at once. As she turned a corner, she saw a clearing up ahead. In the center of the clearing, she saw a group of people, all huddled together and whispering. They were dressed in strange, tattered clothing, and they looked up at her with suspicion. Grace was about to turn and run when one of them stepped forward. "You're not supposed to be here," he said in a harsh whisper. "You have to leave, now." Grace didn't argue. She turned and ran, not looking back until she was far away from the clearing. As she made her way back to the trail, the whispers faded away, and the woods grew silent once again. When she reached her car, Grace felt a sense of relief wash over her. She knew that she had stumbled upon something strange and dangerous in the woods, but she also knew that she would never forget the whispers in the woods. Over the next few weeks, Grace couldn't stop thinking about what she had seen. She started researching local folklore and legends, hoping to find some clue as to what she had stumbled upon. Eventually, she found an old article in the local library about a group of people who had lived in the woods for generations, cut off from the rest of society. They had been rumored to practice strange rituals and magic, and many people in the nearby town were afraid of them. Grace knew that she had to find out more. She started hiking in the woods every day, hoping to catch another glimpse of the strange people. She even started to leave offerings of food and clothing in the hopes of gaining their trust. After several weeks of searching, Grace finally found the clearing again. This time, the people were more welcoming. They shared their food and their stories with her, and Grace learned that they were a community of people who had chosen to live apart from society. As she spent more time with them, Grace realized that the whispers in the woods were just their way of communicating with each other. They had been talking about her, wondering who she was and what she wanted. In the end, Grace found herself drawn to the community in the woods. She started spending more and more time with them, learning about their way of life and their beliefs. And even though she knew that most people would never understand, she felt like she had found a home among the whispers in the woods.